Hello student, I am Dr. Bharat, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, KRTR, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College. Student friends, I warmly welcome you to today's class. We are talking about GGDT-114 Principle of Population and Settlement Geography. The paper number is 4 and semester number is first and class is M.Sc. Now, today we are going to the learn this topic. Topic name is population structure and characteristics. Now, in this topic, will be covered all the calling point is dependency ratio. What is meant by dependency ratio? Last lecture will be discussed from aging population. What is meant by aging population? What is the age population? What is the aging population? It is a different concept. Now, class lecture will be discussed on population structure and characteristics. Now, student, the study of the structure and characteristics of population is as important aspect of the study of population. As I point out that earlier, the study of population, among the other things, attempt to answer the questions: what kind of people who are found in any given population? How do those in one group differ from this another? The study of the structure and characteristics of population, which is also known as the study of composition of population, cover this aspect of population studies, which is embrace the following basic personal, social, and economical characteristics or attributes of any populations. Now, age, sex, race, nationality, religion, language, marital status, household, family composition, literacy and educational attainment, and employment status, occupation, income, etc. Means the population may be distributed in subgroups according to the each of foregoing characteristics. For instance, when the sex is considered, is the entire population may be classified into two groups, male and females. When the religions are considered, the entire population may be divided into the different religions groups. The study of population structure and characteristics thus relate to the distribution of one or more these characteristics of attributes with the population. Several interesting questions may be answered. We are the result this type of analysis. For example, what is the proportional distribution of male and female is in a given population? How are the children, young adult, and elderly person distributed in a population? What percentage of population is illiterate? Such a study also aims at finding out the measuring changes, if any, in those characteristics over the period of time. For instance, according to the different census, which is population is how much younger population in this percentage, and indicate during this period, since there have been increase of population children now in during this period. This is has a decline the population child is point out that, and some may be considered at the percentage of increase or decrease in the different regions. Now, student will be discussion of the this is addition study the change of population characteristics and attributes over a period of time, or the study of population structure and its composition. Also take into the consideration the distribution of these attributes of their comparison of the point of time. For instance, India and United States around the population distribution according to age indicate the United States are lower proportion of person under the age 15, and then India is 14, around the 50%. It is structurally mainly in the it is of course not enough only the study of structure and characteristics of any population. It is necessary to seek explanation for any changes which may be have occurred and visualize that the consequence of the changes. It is observed, for instance, that is the population of children below the age of 5 has a decrease in the certain population. Any student of population studies would difficulty want to investigate the reason for each change. At the same time, we would ponder over the demographic, social, and economic consequences. Several uses of the study population structure and characteristics may be identified. It helps to the elaborate study of any population, and this makes comparison possible. The data of population structure and characteristics are useful for the preparation of inventors of human resources, so necessary for the effective development planning. When reliable information on the birth and death rate is not available for the civil registration system, it may be obtained for utilization the data on the sex distributions, the population available from the census. Data on the distribution of population attribute provide the material for the study of the social and economic structure of the population and the changes in the structure. The characteristics of attributes which is are included in the study of structure and characteristics of the population are sometimes classified into the two groups. Attributes. Characteristics of HU and characteristics of or characteristics may be considered to be biological and cultural assigned to the individual cannot be exercise its own charm. This includes the such characteristics of age, sex, race, and mother tongues. This is a character of nationality, religions, caste may be course that the latter change upon exercise the choice. This is they are the born with them, and that is in a sense may be considered of describes characteristics of. This is maybe some age and sex characteristics, basic characteristics of biological characteristics of any demographic groups, any affect not only demographic but also the social, economic, and political structure. For the influence of birth and death rates, internal and internal migration, international migration, marital status, composition, manpower, gross national product, planning and regarding educational, medical services, housing, etc. The point of others, this point may be further established for the distribution for the age sex distribution of any population. Estimated the school age population may be the made of this is basic. One may arrive now thin estimate of the number of education institutes, teachers, playground, textbook, which is the needed. Similarly, estimate the number of voters and estimate the labor force may be the made. Now, in this some structure will be discussion from the what is the populations will be dependence ratio. What is how much population will depend on the working population. Now, the population also considered from the different points dependence from the working population and non-working populations. Now, age structure will be the nature of data analysis of age structure. Age data are usually available from the single year in the number of person from the person 13, 14, 15. For the demographic analysis, how is the data? How the age data will be analyzed in terms of this is calculated from classified for higher age groups such as 4 to 5, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24 and so on. The age data is classified in actually exclusive age groups are used for an analysis of the age structure of any population. Are also useful to wide variety of analytical process. The age structure of age population is mostly commonly studied with the help of simple mathematical sure. That is the percent of distribution and equally simple measures like the age pyramids and other measure being analysis of the structure, average, mean, median, and few other indices, baby classification and percentage age groups. Now, the simple measure percentage of distribution and now different another one more technique will be to measure the study of structure of population is the dependency ratio. Now student will be discussed now today's point is dependency ratio. Now student this is the topic number 4. The topic name is population structure and characteristics. Now in this topic first point is age and sex structure concept of aging population. Last lecture will be discussed of the aging population. Now today's topic will be discussed for the dependency ratio. Now fourth point is sex ratio definition affecting factors of the sex ratio than sex ratio in India. Population composition, religions, linguistics, ethics, material and educational. Literacy, definition, measures of literacy and literacy in India. This is the topic 4. Now, we will discuss one dependency ratio. What is meant by dependency ratio? Mainly, the dependency ratio is a measure for number of dependent age 0, 14 over age of 65 compared with the total population age 15 to 64. This is the dependency ratio. Means dependent age 0 to 14 and over the age of 65 means over the age of 65 and 0 to 14 means those age group, those persons, those number of dependents in the dependent compared to the age of 15 to 16 4. Now, the demographic indicator gives the insight into the number of people non-working age. Compared with the number of page, number is very important here. Demographic indicator gives the insight into the number of people is non-working age. It is a non-working age, but it compared with the working age, number of those working age, which is these important things. Non-working age and non-working age groups and working age groups. These are the simple and we are. Now, it is also understood that the relative economic burden to the working force as a for taxation. Now, the dependency ratio is also referred to as the total or youth dependency ratio. Means this is a simple formula using the different age groups. for the another measure from the population dependency ratio measure may indicate the number of also is a dependent the 100 workers have been computed on the basis of three broad group category. From the first one is 15 between 5 to 15 to 59, 50 to 64, 60 and 60 or 60 above. The population in the age group is 15 59 or 50 to 64 is considered to be working population. That is the below 50 as youngest dependent, and the other are another 60 and 65 is considered as old dependent. Means dependency ratio is computed from the following the with this the different formula. Now here another measure of the study of structure of the population is the dependency ratio. The measures of indices indicate the number of dependent is per 100 per 100 workers and how many computed on the basis of three broad categories. Mainly three broad category will be indices. The number of between below the 50 and between below the 50, 50 to 59 or 64 or 60 or 65 and above. This is a very important here. Will be indices in the indices. These indices is measure of the dependent for around the 100 per 100 workers from 0 to 15 and 15 to 64 at 59 and 65 above 60 or 65. These is the indices. Means this population age group is 50 to 59 or 50 to 64 is considered to be the working population. That below 15 as the youngest dependent and the above either 60 or 65 is considered to be the old dependent. Means the dependency ratio is computed with the helping of the following formula. First was the dependency ratio. Dependency ratio is PO minus 14 to means 14 to 50 60 to 59 to 60 59 point. Okay, this is the formula. Means this is formula is P. P means the P means is the PO. Means P first one P0 means 0 to 14 age group plus 6 to 65 above age group means old populations. It is the young dependents and old dependents. This is the old dependent divided by population of the consider of working population means 50 to 59, 50 to 64. This is the dependency ratio. This is the formula. Now here, which is where first one is P is 0 to 14 and 50 means, and then 50 to 69 value noted population age group is 50, 64 and 59 respectively. Can it is 100. Now thus in 19 dependency ratio burden is follows. Dependency ratio is dependency ratio is calculated by the with the following formula. Which is for example 1981 the India is around 2 lakh 63,065 plus this is first one is 0 to 14 age groups population. Then above 60 65 age group population is 43,172 divided by this is the one was you do it multiple is then divided by 3 lakh 3,58,772 and multiplied by 100 now around in 85.36. This is the very important here will be discussion too. Now young dependency ratio, how to calculate the young dependency ratio. Now young dependency ratio will be very important here. 2,63,000 and divided by 3,58,772 into multiplied by 100. So this is the means only young population, young dependency ratio. Young dependency ratio mainly will be calculate only population of 0 to 14 age group divided by working population. This is the young dependency ratio. And another one more is old dependency ratio. Another means dependency ratio, but first one is young dependency ratio only take the only population for 0 to 14 age groups. And old dependency ratio they take the population or the above 60 or above 65 means around the 4 lakh 43,172 divided by, for example, 1981. This is the around 3,50,777 into multiplied by 100 is 12.3. This is the old dependent ratio, young dependency ratio. Now here total dependency ratio, young dependency ratio plus old dependency ratio. Now hence means is the 85 minus 77 73.3 plus 22. Now, the dependency ratio is a very completely accurate measure to assess the dependency burden for all the persons is working age group employed, not all these dependents and economic dependents. Means this is the very simple concept of the dependency ratio. Now, these measures, however, give is the broad of economic dependency of any population is therefore widely used. Now, student will be discussed today's is the dependency ratio is not completely accurate measure to assessing the dependency burden for all the persons. These working age of employees, not all those dependent age, economic dependent. This is the measure, however, give is the broad idea of economic dependency of any population and therefore widely used. Means this is the very simple combination concept of the dependency ratio. Student, any doubt, any query, any ask, any time, write a mail bharatgadak@kthmcollege.ec.in. Student, next lecture will be next topic will be continue. Next lecture to be continue. Student, we stop here. Okay, bye bye.